Hello, it's Thursday, and I'm having a great day. I hope you're having a good day. Um, I just had a delivery, and so that prompted me to talk about my dogs. I have 3 dogs currently. I've always had dogs. I've had as many as 25 at one time. I know that makes me seem kind of crazy, but I love dogs. I love all dogs. I just don't like mean dogs, but as long as they're friendly, I like them. I like pedigree dogs. I like mutts. I like big. I like small. I prefer big, but anyway. So I have dogs. I'm sitting in a room that's in the back of the house, and you can't hear the doorbell very well when you're in this room. Anyway, the dog is out. The dogs are all outside. It's during the day and it's nice out, so they're all outside. The dog is going crazy. He's barking. This is a boxer named Kane. And he weighs, I don't know, 80, 90 pounds. He's pretty good size. He's going nuts. I go outside and the FedEx guy is there, so I think, okay, fine. I get the package and I walk back towards the dog and good dog. Thinking, where's Ben? Ben is a full-grown Mastiff who weighs 225 pounds. So I'm thinking, what happened to this dog? He's huge. I mean, how is it I can't see him? So I'm like, Ben, I'm yelling. Kane is running back and forth like he's patrolling, the wall in Cuba. And Ben is just sauntering over from the doghouse and I said, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be watching the yard and paying attention to this? And he just kind of tilts his head and looks at me like, Kane had it. He was barking. I mean, you heard him, right? And I'm thinking, you're a pretty big dog. I would just assume you be the one that's greeting people when they come in, because this lets them know that, there's no playing around. They got to deal with you. But he's a really sweet dog. The biggest problem he has is that he likes to jump up on you, which tends to knock me over. But he doesn't mean any harm by it. I mean, he's real sweet. We also have, so that those 2 are pedigrees, and just because I liked them, we're not breeding them, they're fixed. I just like the dogs. So we got them fixed so that they wouldn't fight each other because they're both males, and they got all territorial at one point, so we had them fixed. But the other dog that we have is named Lucy. Now, Lucy I saw from a picture on Facebook. That there was a dog rescue group, they're called the Rescue Rangers in town, and they had posted these pictures of these dogs that they were going to rescue in the southern part of the state. It was a piece of property that had like 80 or 90 dogs on it, and I can't even imagine 80 or 90, but anyway, there she was in the middle of this crowd, and I looked at her picture and I thought, oh my God, she looks just like a dog I used to have, and that dog was a great dog. So I can't stand it. I type a note and I said, I want that dog, and they wrote back to me and they said, you understand, male, female, yes, no, once you tell us that you want the dog, you're taking the dog, because we're going to drive the dog 5 or 6 hours to get it to you. No problem, I'll take the dog. I will take the dog. So they get it as far as Gunnersville, which is about an hour from where I live. So I get my son to drive me over there because I have a little 2-seater car, and I don't want to have to deal with this dog brand new and have him jumping all over the car. So my son drives me to go get this dog. We go in, the woman lives in a trailer, and not that I have anything against trailers. I've lived in a trailer myself once, but there were dogs everywhere. There were crates and dogs everywhere from this rescue, and God bless her. I mean, there was a lot of dogs in the house. So anyway, we get the dog. The dog is almost in shock. Very unresponsive. I mean, not vicious, not biting, not growling, nothing. I mean, just almost unresponsive. But anyway, we take the dog. My son carries it to the vehicle. Okay. I mean, we had her on a leash, but it was a female. She's a mid-sized dog. She probably weighs, I don't know, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, something like that. Anyway, we put her in the car, and I'm kind of looking at her and petting her and talking to her and, trying to get her to know that she's okay, and she's just sitting there like, what the hell is going on? She's been in way too many vehicles for a dog that's been feral for I don't know how long. all well and good. We bring her home. We get her out of the car. My husband takes a look at her like, oh, God, another dog. Yeah, it's another dog. He says, well, you better take her out and make sure she does her business first. You don't know if she's trained or she's not trained or what. I take her out on the lawn. I put her down. I've got a collar on her. Literally, the dog is laying like on its side, on all fours, like dead. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'll just kind of tug it a little. The dog is literally like frozen with its legs out, and I'm pulling the dog, trying to walk it. It won't walk at all. Will not walk. My son looks at me like, good dog, Mom, good choice. And I'm like, no, she's just, there's something wrong, but, I mean, she'll be all right. She's just a little, So anyway, she won't walk. I'm carrying her around trying to get her to go to the bathroom. She won't, so I just bring her in the house and said the hell with it. So we kept her in this kind of back room in the house. I go to sleep. I get up the next morning. She's not moving. She's not responding to me. She's not responding to my husband. I put the leash on her. I try to take her out again. Nothing. I got to drag her out the door, drag her around the lawn. It's like I'm dragging a dead body of a dog. It's crazy. So I think, okay, I'm going to take her inside. I'm going to give her a bath. Because she stinks like dead animals. I mean, I don't know where she's been, but it's not good. So I take her in. I give her a bath. Doesn't really like the bath, but isn't nipping or complaining or anything either. I towel her off. I take her back out into the room, and she perks up like, oh, I feel so much better. And I'm thinking, okay, she's just, like any other girl, she just needs a day at the spa, and it's going to make her feel better. So she's cleaned up, and she's all ready to go. I put the leash back on her. I take her outside. She is walking, but she's not really enthusiastic. She's still kind of just standing out there. She's still not going to the bathroom. This went on the entire weekend, where I went out and bought her a little bed, put the bed under, the pool table, and I thought, okay, so she's got her own little cave in there. She'll feel safe. She got right on the bed, knew immediately it was hers. No problem there. But she doesn't want to go out. She doesn't want to be walked. She doesn't want anything. So I put the food out. I'm trying to let her calm down. She eats the food. She's still not going to the bathroom, and I'm sure of it because I'm not seeing anything anywhere. So Monday morning comes, and I'm thinking, okay, she's had a couple of days to warm up to me. I'm taking her to the vet. She's got to be checked out. So I take her to the vet, and my car is a little two-seater sports car. I have a Honda S2000. I love this car. I mean, I absolutely love this car. It's the first car I ever bought that I picked out myself. Anyway, get in the car, take her to the vet. Vet checks her from head to toe, and head to toe, and says, gee, she really looks like she's in pretty good shape, considering she's been, kind of feral for a while. And, they give her shots and check her ears and do this and that and something else. And, they have a habit of, they always kind of check them for worms, You know how they do it. Anyway. She's poked, prodded, given injections and medicine and heartworm medicine, and she doesn't have heartworms, and I mean, she's in good shape. So we get back in the car, and now she's glad because now I've got the collar on her and I'm walking, and she's going to the door. And even if they won't walk into a vet, they'll walk out. So she's walking out of the vet, and I'm trying to get her in the car, but she's not too crazy about it. But she gets in the car. We're driving home. Now, I don't live, 15 minutes from the vet at the most. But she's in her little passenger seat, and I'm driving, and it's a 6-speed, so I got a shifter here, and I'm thinking, now don't climb on the console now, so I can't drive. So there she is, and she's standing up in the car, and she's looking out the windshield, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, she's getting the hang of this now. She's feeling better. She probably knows I've taken her to the doctor, so she's gonna stay. All of a sudden, I start smelling something, and I turn around, and there she is, standing up, and out of her backside is boop, boop, boop. She's pooping in my car, like on the seat in my car. And I looked at her and I went, what are you doing? And I yelled at her. She then got nervous and went, oh my God. And then she started to pee. So she has peed and pooped in my car when she wouldn't go in the acreage that I have outside for 3 days. She pees and poops in my car. Nonetheless, she has gotten over her fear, and now she behaves normally, and thank God is also housebroken. So she's trained herself. She's a great dog. I love her. And the tip for today is just be careful when you take the dog to the vet, because once they have something shoved up their back end, it tends to make them want to have something come back out. But that's all